Awesome. Yeah. So welcome everybody to the Excel launch, LiveFlow for Excel launch webinar. We're really excited to share with you this really milestone launch for us. I'm excited to dive in, give a little context, a little background, dive into the products, get any questions you specifically want to get answered around this. And yeah, just really introduce this to everybody. We're really excited for you to join us and be a part of this launch with us. We're really excited about it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and kick off by introducing our panelists here. We're joined by a really great group. So first off, we have sorry here, everybody. Yeah, first off, we have Alicia Jha. She is an FP&A analyst and specialist, an expert here at LiveFlow. Anything and everything, financial modeling, anything and everything, dashboards, custom model building. She's our leader. She's been a key to just making sure that everything with this launch has gone smoothly and was built correctly and fantastically. So she will be walking everybody through the product. Along with Alicia, we have our co-founder and CTO, Evan O'Brien. He is responsible for everything and every product that you use with LiveFlow, it running smoothly and being built great. Yeah, we can thank Evan for that. So thank you so much, team. I will hand it off to everybody from here. Yeah, really excited for this one. Alicia, I'll hand it over. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, Michael. Great to be speaking about this. Like you said, it's a milestone launch, and super happy to be announcing this. To start with, I'll kick it off to Evan, and we can just maybe spend a few minutes understanding some background behind why we built this and why we're so excited to be here with you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Alicia. Thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, so we're excited about launching for LiveFlow for Excel in particular because you guys and all of our customers are excited about LiveFlow for Excel. And ever since we launched our first product, which was our Google Sheets add-in, I think maybe by far our #1 request from customers has been to bring the LiveFlow experience to Excel. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but we also didn't just want to copy exactly what we've done in Google Sheets. Well, we've done some very good things, but we want to take some of the lessons we learned while building that to make something even better. So I would say that speed, reliability, and ease of use have been the 3 most important factors in the success of our Google Sheets offering. And on all 3 counts, we've improved the Excel add-in. So I can say with confidence that it's our best work to date. Alicia is going to show you some of the details of how it works, but I'll be here to answer any questions you have on anything once Alicia has wrapped up. Over to you, Alicia.
Yep, thanks, Evan. So yeah, before we head straight into the product demo, I just want to share a quick promo offer that we have. So if you aren't already a customer of LiveFlow, and if you book a demo and subscribe before the end of the month, you can get 25% off the cost of the first 3 months. So please make sure you mention this webinar when you follow this link, and this will also be available in the chat. If you already have a LiveFlow subscription, but you haven't played around with Excel as yet, you can do so immediately. So just go open any Excel workbook and then find us in the App Store in your add-ins, and you will be able to access LiveFlow as you've been doing for Google Sheets now within Excel as well. So yeah, as Evan mentioned, I'll be giving you a quick product demo, and both Evan and I are here to answer any kind of questions you may have about this. Okay. I'm just sharing the... Yeah, is my screen visible to everyone?
Not yet.
Yes. Okay. Can you? Yeah, perfect. Cool. So
is everyone seeing this? Can we confirm in the chat?
Anita has confirmed that we can see Excel.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Someone else confirm as well that we're seeing the Excel sheet, like Excel screen right now.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, so yes, so I see a question came in about Microsoft MSO 365. Yes, this is fully compatible with your 365 suite. So this is what the product looks like. It lives in your home bar over here, as well as in its own little ribbon space here. And you can open this at any time and get started immediately. So let's jump right into creating reports. So I'm just going to select a very standard profit and loss report, although we have a bunch of options that we can go with. And we can then go ahead and fix our date ranges as we need. So I'm just setting a basic one for, let's say, this month. And I can actually change my display column settings to be anything I want. So at this stage, let me go with week. And I hit create report. And that's it. The report is ready. Now, for certain industries, such as maybe restaurants, there is a different kind of reporting structure that is used. So if that is something that you're interested in, you can just head over to manage reports and change these parameters as you need. And now I'll pick one that's very frequently requested by our restaurant clients, which is the 445 reporting standard. So I just hit that, I hit update report, and yeah, I need to, I think, increase my date range here. Yep. And there we go. It just takes a minute and I have a fully functional 445 report ready to go. Alongside this, we also have the ability to drill into any one of these cells while we are presenting. So if I were to select any of these and hit drill down, you can immediately see the exact transactions that led to that final number. And this is available for all of these blue cells that we see here. So this is a kind of quick and easy way to present your data to clients and then answer questions while on call. And then another really popular use case that we've seen is our budget versus actuals. So I'm creating a new profit and loss report now. And I can just connect this to my QuickBooks budget. And again, I just click a button and immediately I have an entire budget to actuals fully generated, ready to go. So I'm going to call this, sorry. Sorry, I see we have a question. Can we edit the columns that show in the drill down? I'm not sure what you mean. All of these cells that are blue you are able to drill them down, and within the drill down itself. Oh, so I'm assuming you're asking if you can change one of these. Is that correct? Okay. So at this point, no, this is the exact view that you can see. But if there's anything in particular,
you can, sorry, just to interrupt you there, Alicia, you can hide and show them. If you just click on a column there, it'll disappear, and you can select which ones are there, and then you can also include memo if you want to. Yeah. As of now, you can't add additional columns to the ones that are listed here, but you can choose to show and hide based on what QuickBooks gives us.
Yes, exactly. I see we have another question. How do we set the dates? So when you're creating a report, and so let's say I'm doing for the 445 period, you can set the date range to be whatever you need over here. And so in this case, if it's maybe Jan through December or anything that you need, so accordingly, that weekly period will be populated. I'm not sure if I've answered that question correctly. I can see we have a lot of questions coming in, so I'm just gonna get as many as I can. And then, yeah, so on to the next question, which is also something that is in our list for today, we can actually report by class. So you can filter or display any of these by class. So if I were to generate a new report now for any date range, and I have this option to filter by class. So in this case, I can just pick maybe one class right now and create report. So this is extremely useful for creating these department level reports if you have those set up, where I just call this, for example. And if that's not the view you're looking for, there's also another view that you might find interesting, where we can display your columns by class. And I'm just removing the filter here. And now I create a report. So you can see I have now got a profit and loss that's again fully customizable for all of my classes laid out. So there's different combinations that we can do here to achieve the class reporting structures. We can also do the same thing with location as well as a specific account. So that would work. Okay, and then I can see a question on budget. Do you have to run a budget report to attach to, or can it connect live to QuickBooks? It's connected live to QuickBooks. So in this one here, if I check my reports and this specific one, you can see the budget source. This is actually coming from QuickBooks itself. So I haven't manually typed in anything here. If you make a change in QuickBooks and you update this report, it will also be reflected here. And then, yeah, so I think I'll proceed with this a little bit more, but I'm loving
Just to
the
very quickly say there that you can while this report does pull in the budget from QBO, it doesn't have to. You can enter your own budget data here, either directly with values or with formulas, and it will work as expected.
Exactly. So in this case, so let's generate one more profit and loss report, and this time we want to enter our own budget. So I hit create report. And I rename. And you can set this to be manually in Excel. So if you're used to this kind of flow for your budgeting or forecasting, and you're primarily working only in your spreadsheet, you can just use this setting instead of creating one, updating to QuickBooks and fetching it here. And when you refresh it, it will still remain in place. And not just that, we can also add our own rows and columns. So not just for this report, for any of these reports. So let's say I wanted to add a row for my gross margin, just as an example here. And I'll just color this. And I can see I'm in this profit and loss 2 report. And if I were to update this, it remains in place. This also stays in place if I were to change this date range. So if I make it, so I'm now reducing the size, and I hit update report. Yeah, this is erroring out because I don't have any sales in this particular column, but yeah, exactly. So you can add your own rows, you can add your own columns, and the data will stay. So you can essentially model around this. So your possibilities are quite limitless. And then let me see some other interesting features that we have. There's quite a few that I want to really touch upon, but let's see. We have our templates that are live, and we'll be adding more as we go on. So, and one of the best thing about templates is we have these pre-built, and you can of course build your own, and you can directly connect your own company to these. So let me give an example. So I'm just going to download one. and it's showing up in my files. One second. Okay, so this is one of our preset templates, and all you need to do is just connect it to LiveFlow over here. Just a second while it loads. I think I opened one extra one in the process. Yeah, and you come to manage reports. So again, this is a pre-built template, and over here you can connect your own company. So in this case, I'll just swap this for another one of my clients, and I hit swap company. And you can see the entire template updates, and I have this ready to go report for a completely new client. And this is just our pre-built library, but if you want, you can make your own templates. The modeling possibilities are quite endless. And once you've created one, you can just make copies of that, and using this exact same process, come to manage reports and just swap your company. You will be able to scale a single template across as many clients as you have. I think this one doesn't have data. So yeah, this is again one of our features. And I'm just going to quickly check the chat if there's any more. Can you filter by class and display by customer? Yep. So in this case, I can display columns by customer. I'm not sure if my demo company has enough. I will try. And I will filter by, let me filter by a couple of classes. I'm not sure if my demo company has all the customers, but yeah, you can do this. Just to answer the question, it's absolutely possible. So in this case, I've just filtered by class and displayed by customer, and you can see this is available here. And how does the search box function? You just type in what you're looking for, and you will be able to select anything that you need from any of these dropdowns. So if you have a lot of customers, you can just search for them by name, and you will be able to filter by them or find them. I'm not sure if that was what the question was asking. And yep, so again, these are just some of our features here. The full potential of this product, of course, is realized once you actually use it and start playing around with it. You can build reporting packages literally within minutes. Like if I want to just add some maybe vendor data to my Excel sheet, it's just, again, a few clicks, and I have my transaction list by vendor already added in. And the same filters are available for any of these reports as well. Plus, we have these very handy links to QuickBooks. So if you just click on them, in this case, it will just take you back to QuickBooks, and then you need to log in and open up the source data for each of these line items. So it's really useful for if you want to investigate or reconcile at month end, etc. Okay. So I think I'll pause here, and I think we can open the floor up to questions, either to me or to Evan. If you want to know anything about how the product works or what else you can do with it, you can reach out to us. I see we have some questions around consolidation. Evan, do you want to take that?
Yeah, sorry, I have been answering these questions, but I've been sending the answers only to you and Anita. So here I am to actually answer the questions. So consolidation is not supported right now, but we are working on that actively, and we'll hopefully have some good news to share on that in the coming weeks. So consolidation for Excel is coming soon, but not available yet.
Yes. Yeah, and that we'll probably have yet another webinar to announce that one, because that will be a huge release in and of itself. But yeah, we're super excited for that. I see we got a question on how do we create a report showing transactions based on account. So I don't know if I've understood the question correctly, but basically this is how you would do it. You create a transaction list and you can group it by account. You may have a lot of accounts. So for now, I'm just taking a smaller date range. And so you can see I have my transaction list grouped by account ready over here. And QBO Spreadsheet Sync allows for consolidation already. Yes, I mean, Spreadsheet Sync and LiveFlow have different capabilities. And this one is more suited for businesses who want to do more custom and dynamic reporting. So yeah, we're happy to
just to add a little bit on that as well. The consolidation offering from QBO Spreadsheet Sync, yeah, I'd agree with Lasse here. It's pretty terrible, and it assumes that every account you have is consistently named across all of your QuickBooks entities, which in reality is hardly ever true. The experience that we will offer in the coming weeks is far superior and much more reliable. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Please check out we have, I think, some webinars already on the LiveFlow consolidation product, which is live in Google Sheets. And you'll be able to see the difference easily. If you've been using Spreadsheet Sync, even for reporting or for consolidation, you'll see the difference that LiveFlow offers. And I see somebody asked for a discount for nonprofits. We do have a promo offer going on if you subscribe by the end of the month, but please do reach out to us, and I'm sure we can see what would be the best way to proceed. Regarding consolidation, sorry, can I see the question?
There was a question there as well while you're looking for that about large reports. It works. I mean, it honestly, it's kind of it depends on the computer you have, but we support reports of up to 100,000 rows. And QuickBooks itself constrains us to reports that have a total of 400,000 cells. So if you have 8 columns, that's 50,000 rows, or if you have 10 columns, it's 40,000, etc. But we support them all the same. It might take up to, say, 30 seconds to import or refresh the report, but it will work just the same. It will be just as reliable, and your formulas, etc., will all stay in place.
Yeah. And yeah, in terms of refreshing, I think one feature that I absolutely should mention is auto refresh. So once you've set up your entire list, your entire report structure, and you're happy with your model, you can just turn this button on. And what this will ensure is every time you open your Excel sheet, all the data is up to date. So whatever, if anything has changed in QuickBooks, you don't need to actually come each month and paste that data in. Your model will automatically update. All the rows and columns will move. If you've inserted any rows and columns, they'll stay in place. So you don't actually have to spend any time month on month updating your models. It's completely automatic now. And yeah, we do have discounts for nonprofits as we're sharing, so do please reach out to us. Okay, we have another question around mapping, for example, which accounts. So the report that we see here is as your QuickBooks setup is done. So if you have mapped a certain account in cost of goods sold in QuickBooks, it will reflect the same here. And similarly for all the other categories. I think
maybe that question was specific to consolidation or not.
Yeah, I was just if it's about consolidation, if you want to know how to remap accounts to a consistent chart of accounts, then yeah, that is something that our consolidation product should hopefully offer. Can we build our own reports? Absolutely. Yeah. As I said, this is as flexible as you need it to be. So please feel encouraged to build your own reports as filtered as you need. You can just, so if I take the example, like one with just marketing. So let's say for example, marketing is set up as a class maybe in your chart of accounts. So let's say I get one here, and let's pretend this is marketing. And then I call this my. And then what I have to do is I'll just come to manage reports. And again, I can just change the company. So once I've set up my reporting package, whatever it is, I just need to come here and then swap the company, and then all the data will update automatically.
And just to add there, why that might be useful, you might create a template for one client and then want to recreate it for another client. All you've got to do is copy paste that file, give it a new name, come in here and swap the company, and you've got another copy of your template.
Yep. So see, we've just completely changed the data for 10 reports in the time I haven't answered that one question. So yeah. Can you show us a quick demo of the vendor's expenses? Sure. Let me create a new report for your. Actually, let me do one thing. Why don't we just create a quick reporting package so that everyone can see how quick and easy that is. So I'm just going to start from a new Excel sheet here. I open LiveFlow. Let me close the other one before it. Okay, so quick thoughts. What should go in our reporting package? I'm going to make one for. I'll have a profit and loss by class, profit and loss by month for trailing 12 months. I want a balance sheet. I want a cash flow. And maybe a vendor. So this is my index. Okay. And then it's pretty easy to build. So first, profit and loss, I want it for this year. And I display columns by class, create report. That's my first one done. And I'll call it class report. Then I want a profit and loss for the trailing 12 months. So I do the same thing, and now I have an option. I can go back days, weeks, months, or years. Especially if you're from the restaurant industry, we have the option to change the start date of the week. So that's also pretty useful. And so I'm going to go trailing 12 months, and just for good measure, I'll just throw in my budget and actuals as well. For this year. It's done. The columns that are blank, it's because QuickBooks didn't have data for that specific column. You can see that there's some ahead here. And then let me make a balance sheet report. And I'm going to go display columns by month. I want it for the year. Make the cash flow. We can also display columns by quarter or any other period that you prefer. I'll keep it month for my reporting package to be consistent here.
It might be nice to include a report where we use some filters. A couple of people have asked about filters in the chat.
Sure. So we have one that's yeah, we can just let's make a quick one with actually a good filtered report is one for uncategorized expenses. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with that one, but essentially it's your transaction detail, but we can filter it. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. You want this? To by account, and let me see if I have. So I have uncategorized expense. This is fine. Okay, so this specific demo company doesn't have it, but if it did, it would kind of show up here. So I'll call this. And we wanted a vendor report. Let's go with expenses by vendor. And you can see I have my vendor report come in. And yeah, so I have a quick reporting package built entirely here. I can change the colors and formatting as I need. So if I have my own colors, which are maybe specific to my business, I can come and edit them here and they will stay. So I can just give a quick brief on what that would look like. Let's take a so you get the idea. I'm not doing it for all, but essentially now I have this set up. Reporting. Okay. And then maybe let me also set up a quick, see, can I make a quick chart? There's different kind of things that are possible here. So then I think chart is a bit yeah, we'll probably have to like set up a dashboard that brings all of this data together and then set this up around it. Let me go with a quick, I don't know if there's any other report we want to add to this package before I swap the company. Any suggestions? Okay, so we can just have this be our reporting package. And then what I'm going to do is, let me just change the company entirely. So let's switch it for a Canadian entity. And font color didn't stay. So yeah, you can see that everything has changed, and we can just build this, scale this easily, share it across, and swap it as we need. Are there any open questions? Sorry, I'm getting like watching both screens at once. Okay. Okay. And, Evan, anything to add for any of this?
No, I just saw one suggestion there from Anita to actually show making a copy of this file and swapping the company. It's I think I'd like to explain it, but I think it's probably going to be easier to show it.
Yep. Something like this. Okay, so I've made this and I'm gonna save a copy of this. Mhm. Sorry. Yep, so this is saved on my drive, so I'm going to close this file now. And again. So essentially, once after I closed it, you can just send it to somebody else in your organization if you need. So you can have one person building the templates and somebody else actually swapping it in and scaling it across lines. So I've reopened the sheet now, and it just needs to, I think, get re-signed in. Let me just check what that is. Oh, so this is the sign-in flow, yeah. And I come to manage reports. And so I originally made this for the Canadian entity, which was the last one that we had in place before we swapped it. And again, I can just come here and swap it. It'll take a second. And it's kept my formatting. And now I can make a copy of this one and call it my awesome reporting package for my new company. Then I can just save this. And I can just keep doing this over and over again for each and every one of my clients until I have like a full set ready. Are there any other questions? Okay, I see a question on if we have a walkthrough or how to guide on how to migrate existing setups in G Sheets to LiveFlow. Yeah, I think if you contact us, we'll probably be able to help you with resetting up everything that you need to do to move your reports across. And are there instructions on how to install the extension in Excel? Yes, absolutely. Let me just share this. You can find this on our website, but let me just share this with you in the chat while we're here. Are there any other questions, Michael? If you can, I'm not looking at the chat for a minute, so I'm just.
Yeah, so we have one from Diane. If any one person makes a template, can anyone else who has access to the doc update it?
Yes. Who has
Okay.
access to LiveFlow and your clients within that, they can update it. So we have these things called workspaces. If they have access to your workspace, they will be able to change the client and update the data. But you are in control of who's in your workspace and who sees what.
Just to explain that a little bit more, there are workspaces and you can add people to your workspaces, but with 3 different roles. If you add somebody as an admin, they can create any report they like. They can connect files from QBO. They can disconnect files from QBO. If you connect them as an editor, they can't connect or disconnect QuickBooks files, but they can create reports or modify reports as they like. If you add them as a viewer, they can only refresh reports and use drill down. So they can get view only access. They can't get access to any report information that they shouldn't have, etc. So yeah, it's a role-based model with 3 simple, easy to understand roles: admin, editor, and viewer.
Yep, absolutely. So it like Evan said, you're in control of who sees what and how much. So you can decide how much power to give any specific person in your workspace. Okay.
Great. Any other questions from the audience here? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. If we don't have anything else, we'll go ahead and end here. We really appreciate you taking the time to join. We're super excited about this launch. If you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out. We're happy to get anything answered for you. Whether you're an existing customer, want to learn more about the tool, happy to walk through anything for you. We'll reshare these links. We'll follow up with some more information. Please also do leave us a review if you are a user within the Excel App Store, as well as the QuickBooks Online Store and G2. We can drop a few links there as well, but we thank you all. Really appreciate it. Again, this is a major milestone for us in our mission to just make financial reporting easier for everybody. So thanks for joining and being a part of this with us. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks everyone.